And we are live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Monday live stream where I answer your questions about cell phone plans and help you get the best deal available. This was a little bit of a last minute stream. I forgot to schedule this one in advance, so I apologize for that. I am still stoked to be here, stoked to be answering your questions, and excited to dive in. We've got Visible launching an insanely good deal. Trying to think if there was any other news. We have new plans from Gen Mobile and Pure Talk. I think that might be it. That might be all that I'm thinking of at the top of my head. But either way, before diving into the show, we have to welcome the amazing people who are here on YouTube, tuning in. We've got Aprameya Krishna Kumar. Hello, welcome. How you doing? I'm doing well. A little tired, but happy to be here. We've got Taylor, late to the party. What's your opinion on AT&T? I like Taylor, late for the party. Literally the second person to comment. You are on time, Taylor. You are on time. What is your opinion on AT&T's new One Connect plan? That's that right. AT&T launched their new One Connect plan. I personally have mixed feelings on it. I think on one hand, it's an incredible value. It's a great bundle. And it could be worth considering. It's probably a great deal for a lot of people. On the other hand, it feels a little weird to me for AT&T to bundle like their worst mobile plan with a really good home internet plan. So let's pull that up. AT&T One Connect. Bam. All right. So what is AT&T One Connect? Oh, it's time for me to share the screen. Bam. All right. What is AT&T One Connect? It is one plan for both home internet and wireless. So what do you get here? You're getting 1 gig of fiber plus. Excuse me, you're getting 1 gig of fiber. Already excellent. Plus unlimited wireless with AT&T 5G. So it's home internet and mobile service with one all-in price. And this is insane. This is a first for AT&T that I'm aware of. Taxes and fees are included. So $90 a month for both home internet and mobile service. Of course, what are you getting with home internet and what are you getting with mobile? Home internet, you're getting gigabit fiber. So 1,000 megabits per second down, 1,000 megabits per second up. Phenomenal. What are you getting with the mobile service? Unlimited wireless. This is where things get a little bit more nuanced. The wireless service is unlimited talk and text and unlimited mobile data, but you can see AT&T may temporarily slow data speeds if the network is busy. That means this is unlimited deprioritized data. A big change from AT&T's unlimited value 2.0 plan and the extra 2.0 plan and unlimited premium, which all come with a certain amount of priority data. With this plan here, doesn't really seem to have a name. It is going to be always deprioritized. The good news and the kind of insane value is you can add up to 3 tablets and watches to this plan. So really an insane value. You could have basically 1 voice line, 1 smartwatch line, and 2 tablet lines. And you're getting your gig fiber all for $90 a month, flat, taxes and fees included. Now, what is the big catch with this plan? Number 1, you have to be in an area that is eligible to get the fiber. Number 2, you have to bring your own device. So you're not going to be eligible for AT&T's device trade-in deals. This is a BYOD offer. And the only difference between individual, duo, and family is really how many voice lines are included. So duo price goes up to $120 a month. Now you get 2 voice lines and you can connect up to 8 total devices, which is 2 phones and then however many tablets and watches you want, which is insane. Family, again, just ups how many voice lines you get. You can now have up to 10 phone lines and 20 total connected devices. That is insane. And honestly, just a superb value across the board. For context, my fiber plan, which I should be using but have not been using because I've been using T-Mobile Home Internet, is $70 a month. Okay, $70 a month for gigabit fiber from Nextlight here in Longmont, Colorado. For $20 extra, AT&T is including their unlimited mobile service and a tablet and watch line. That is a superb value. Separately, these would be like, $60 extra for the voice line at least, $20 extra for the tablet line, and $10 extra for a watch line. So absolutely insane. To silence someone in the chat right now because this is just absolutely insane. Anyway, that is AT&T One. Great value, awesome value. So what I'm disappointed about is AT&T paired a fiber internet plan, which is phenomenal, with the worst voice or worst mobile plan they offer, unlimited deprioritized data. I think they should have done just the value 2.0 plan with 5 gigs of priority. I think that would have been awesome. But either way, superb value. All right, what else we got in the chat? Pruwo saying, hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Finally caught you live. Nice. Yes, it's true. I'm here. Josh Maynard is here. Hello, hello. Tommy is here. Hello. Hope you're doing well in your epic setup with all the monitors. Nick is here. Hey, hey, hey. Yes. G. Pirani, I did hear about T-Mobile limiting device promos to 2 lines per account. I think this was a story that was kind of going on Reddit, if I'm not mistaken. But what's the TLDR here? I think the TLDR is basically for each promo that T-Mobile offers, I think they're restricting it to 2 lines on the account can get that promotion, and that might be it. So let me see if I can find this top in the last month. Here we go. Here is the report. We can pull this up. Take a look. So T-Mobile adding serious restrictions on device promotions moving forward. This is coming from the T-Mobile report, probably the #1 website if you want T-Mobile news and updates. So basically, one of the reasons people like T-Mobile is for the device financing deals. Unfortunately, T-Mobile is making a change to their device promotions that is likely to make the process a bit more difficult. Interesting. So the first change is pretty unusual. T-Mobile is reducing the number of times you can take advantage of a specific promotion per account from 4 to 2. So in my mind, this means if you are a family of 4 and you're porting into T-Mobile, each line will need or you can only get the same promotion on 2 lines. So maybe you're doing, I think my interpretation of this would be that it would be per device. So for example, 2 lines could do $1,000 off the 17 Pro Max. Then 2 lines could do $830 off. Or maybe it's you can do 2 lines getting a deal on the iPhone 17 Pro Max, and maybe 2 other lines get a deal on the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra. So that might be a way to do it. It sounds like they're just restricting the same promotion being used multiple times or being used more than twice. Second, T-Mobile will no longer allow most free lines to take advantage of device promos moving forward. This includes existing free lines for existing customers. This is straight up diabolical. Why is this diabolical? This is diabolical because the reason T-Mobile has been able to offer such a good value for families and for 3 or more lines specifically is because they have been offering for eternity the 3rd line free. This change could potentially make it where that 3rd line free, which has previously been getting device promotions, is no longer eligible for device promotions. That would really bite. And from my knowledge, I don't even know if there's a way to sign up for these plans and not get the 3rd line free. This has just been a permanent offer as part of what T-Mobile does. So I'll be very curious about that. All right, new limit for 2 promo uses per account. Beginning today, April 2nd. Oh my gosh, so almost a week ago now. T-Mobile can promotions on T-Mobile can only be used twice per account. So let's say there's a promotion that offers $800 off an Apple iPhone when you trade in an eligible device. If you've got a larger family account with many lines and everyone wants to upgrade at once, you'd previously be allowed to use this promo up to 4 times. Now that limit is reduced to 2. So that's a bummer. It seems like a pretty silly move. Yeah, I think that's a great opinion. It's going to be most problematic for new accounts. Yep. It'd be perfect for the new iPhone, and now it is not. So perhaps 2 of the 4 members get an iPhone on us with port in. That would leave the other 2 members to do a trade-in promo for an iPhone or a Samsung. So it seems like you can still get deals, but you have to choose or change which specific deal is being used. Yeah, so for example, a promo offering up to $1,300 off a Samsung device with any trade-in on Beyond has ended. The next best thing is a promo offering $800 off. So very interesting. And then no promos for free lines. Seems self-explanatory. Yeah, absolutely insane. And it looks like there is a graph that theoretically explains this, but man, it just feels like every change T-Mobile is making is solely to make more money and to not be in the customer's favor. Okay, good news. Good news. With the third line free, device promotions can still apply in both your paid and free voice lines. That's good. That's good. But it seems like there are more restrictions. That's crazy. Yeah, it's a bad move. It's a bad move for T-Mobile. They are full carrier. Full carrier mode has been activated, trying to make as much money as possible. EM Tech, great to see you here in the chat. Hope you're doing well. Adrian, what do you think about Metro PCS? I just went with them with the $25 plan. What do you think of this company? Is it better than Visible? I would say it's different than Visible, right? It all comes down to coverage. Like Metro by T-Mobile is one of the best value plans on the T-Mobile network, right? If we go to bestphoneplans.net plans and we'll just do coverage T-Mobile data unlimited, right? We have some sponsored plans. We get down to the meat and potatoes. Most affordable, like top 4 most affordable plans, Metro's $25 BYOD, which is actually as low as $20 a month if you do the 6-month option. Here's the regular month-to-month price. You've got US Mobile in there, of course, but US Mobile not truly unlimited, 70 gigs of high speed versus truly unlimited on Metro. We've got Tello here, and then we got Metro's new $30 plan, which is unlimited high speed and 10 gigs of hotspot, which is, I think, totally worth it. I should actually add a top pick here because that is a really good value plan. Yeah, Metro is awesome. Is it better than Visible? I mean, I think Visible is a little bit better, especially at the $30 price point. Well, did Visible end their promo? They just had a really good promo, and they still have a phenomenal promo going on. We actually want plans. Nope, shop plans. Here we go. Oh, it's still going. Yeah, $30 a month. So for the same $30, Visible upgrades you to unlimited. This is actually not really laid out in the best way. We'll go back to best phone plans, get rid of the coverage filter, and do Visible. With the Visible Plus plan, now this is it, $30 a month, unlimited priority data, the exact same network experience as Verizon Unlimited Plus and Verizon Unlimited Ultimate. You're getting priority data QCI 8, deprioritized on Metro, so that's worth keeping in mind. Unlimited hotspot data at 10 megabits per second, significantly better than the 10 gigs of hotspot data on Metro. 1080p video streaming, again, better than the 480p on Metro. And you can also do a watch add-on. I think Metro can do that, and better overall international features. So I think Visible is a little bit better. Of course, it comes down to coverage and what network has the best service where you live. If you're not getting good Verizon coverage, there's no point in signing up for Visible. And likewise, if you're not getting good T-Mobile coverage, there's no reason to sign up for Metro. But those are some of the best plans available right now. All right, we do have a super chat coming in from EM Tech. You're surprised, Stetson. This was T-Mobile's plan from the beginning. Yeah, it was evil. It was evil. I feel like we've been hoodwinked. You know, we had John Ledger come in, be the uncarrier, actually give consumers good value, tax and fees included, remove the data buckets, just T-Mobile One, unlimited everything. And now they are just jacking up the rates. Netflix being included is no longer included. It's like a paid add-on. Device promos being restricted. Like no other carrier is making these changes, right? Like Verizon's, they're figuring some stuff out, right? They have added taxes and fees and increased prices in their own way, but they're not like, they're actually trying to be more welcoming and inclusive with their device promotions. Like everyone on the account can still get the device promotions, all that kind of stuff. And I guess another note on the T-Mobile thing is with this change, this likely means you're going to want to start stacking your T-Mobile deals. What do I mean by this? If you're an iPhone family, maybe 2 lines get the iPhone 18, and then the following year, 2 lines will get the iPhone 19, right? So you kind of have to stagger which lines on your account are getting upgrades. You won't have to do that with AT&T or Verizon. All lines on the account will be eligible for the upgrades at the same time once the financing deal has been paid off. Or you'll stagger what devices people are getting. Maybe you have 2 lines on iPhone, 2 lines on Android. But yeah, I don't know, EM Tech. Sometimes I forget the big carriers are really just out here to make money. It's evil. It's evil. Now T-Mobile's like forcing people to use the T-Mobile T-Life app. Is that what it's called? Yeah, no, not stoked. Not stoked to say the least. And I would actually say like AT&T is making some of the more consumer-friendly changes at the moment. I mean, yeah, their new plans. I think their new plans are really good value. In fact, if you saw my video on AT&T's new plans, you'll know their new wireless phone plans are some of the best value plans, specifically AT&T Extra 2.0 in the postpaid space right now. But AT&T is increasing prices for all of their legacy customers, either by $10 a month for 1 line or $20 a month for 2 or more lines. And it's only because of that price increase that these new plans are cheaper. So that's also kind of mean as well. I will say the AT&T One plan, One Connect as it's called, phenomenal value. Kev Dog, appreciate your support. Just upgraded to the 17 Pro. Nice. Curious, what colors you get? Did you go blue like myself? Did you go silver? Or did you go with the spicy orange? Personal take, I actually do kind of regret the blue now. I think silver is my preferred color, but that's what I think. I love your stuff. Keep up the good work. Any advice? I don't know. For the 17 Pro, I would say like get your action button configured to the shortcuts and settings you like. I can show you mine right now. I have, it's kind of overexposed. Let me drop the brightness a little bit. I have my action button pull up a shortcut of sub actions to either open my frunk, adjust the climate control in my car, vent all the windows, control home, Shazam. I love Shazamming stuff. And then it looks like Halide, the camera app, and then quick dictation with, I was using something called, actually, what does that open? Whisper Flow, I think. Yeah, Whisper Flow. Really great dictation app for iPhone. So get your action button configured. I would disable everything to do with the camera control button. This is the only purpose of this button, in my opinion, should be to open the camera app. That is it. Turn off the like tap to zoom in and all of the sliding actions and all that stuff. Turn that junk off. You will mess up one of your pictures because of that. So turn it off and just make it open the camera. Other than that, I would say if you're coming from an iPhone, you probably have your setup and you should be good to go. Go with a prepaid carrier that gets great service in your area. Use coveragemap.com to check it out and download the Coverage Map app so you can run a test and figure out which carrier is best in your area. Shamelessly plug the Coverage Map app here. Crowdsource coverage, and you can run in-app speeds to see which network is best. So I hope that's helpful, Kev Dog. Hope you love your new iPhone. I think it's awesome. All right, what else we got cooking in the chat here? Yeah, EM Tech, that is straight facts. This is back to AT&T. So phone plans. The biggest downside of AT&T, the Extra 2.0 plan, is it still has 480p video streaming. Not stoked about that. Do they even say that? No. That's crazy. They don't even say it's limited to 480p, unless I'm missing it. No, I think they actually just removed it. They just grouped it into this 5G thing. So they say AT&T 5G with 4K streaming, And then they just leave this as AT&T 5G, not mentioning that it's 480p. That is just like so unbelievably frustrating. Like AT&T hiding the facts of their plans, burying them deep. But yeah, this plan is 480p. That is a downside. Like you can get around this by using a VPN. I said in my video, I use Surfshark, shameless affiliate plug for Surfshark. It's cheap. I'm on this plan, Surfshark Starter. I think I did pay like $2 a month. I should probably check because it's probably up for renewal now. You pay for like 27 months in advance. But it works well enough for me, and I've been happy with it. And when you use a VPN, and you don't have to use Surfshark, right? I plug them because I'm an affiliate partner of them, but you can use any VPN you want, and you will get 4K video streaming on any cell phone plan. So not necessarily a deal breaker in my opinion, but it is worth knowing. And it's definitely nice that, I guess T-Mobile has 4K on their high-end plan. Does Better Value have 4K? I'm not even going to deal with. Yeah, geez. So Better Value has 4K. Experience Beyond has 4K. What about Experience More? Where is it even here? No. Nope. See more plans. Here we go. Experience More. 4K video streaming. Yeah. So Verizon and T-Mobile both have better video streaming than AT&T for their mid-tier plans. But still, AT&T is a better overall value, I think. With the way things are going, especially with their MVNO contracts in 5+ years, T-Mobile probably won't sell service directly. That is a hot take. And you know what? What is going to replace T-Mobile postpaid though? That's the thing. Like all of the device financing, all like T-Mobile business is becoming bigger and bigger. Maybe they just focus on the T-Mobile business and ditch consumer. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to that, right? Like I think the carriers, I'm not going to say waste, but perhaps misallocate a disproportionate amount of money to acquiring new customers. And if they just left the customer acquisition to the MVNOs, they would probably, I don't know, make more money, like not have to worry about it. Like they could focus more on just building the network and not have to focus on the retail store, the retail experience, selling plans, all the consumer issues, getting customers, all of those things. It'd almost be better to just have the MVNOs take care of it. I don't know if you know, but does AT&T still offer the $40 15 gig prepaid plan? I certainly hope not. Let's find out right now. If we go to shop, do we have prepaid? All right, guys, we're staring at the AT&T website. Can we find, here we go, explore prepaid. Bam. AT&T prepaid plans. And let's see, we've got 12 months unlimited. This is I think it's 16 gigs of high speed. Yeah. And then slowed to 1.5 megabits per second after that. Honestly, a really good plan. Should probably review that one. Unlimited saver, unlimited talk and text, more great plans, unlimited plus, unlimited extra. Thankfully, it looks like the $40 15 gig plan has been deprecated. It's no longer available based on what I'm seeing on AT&T's website. Let me check the best phone plan site because this will have it for sure, or it will not have it. And we just have to turn off our unlimited filter here. And yeah, it's gone. Thankfully, it's gone. Debbie Alien is saying, yo, bro, yo, what up? Set Gemini to your action button. Yo, that would be pretty good. Or your assistant of choice. I've been really vibing with Claude recently. I think Claude's been super chill. So I would definitely suggest that as an option. Gemini is also great. So yeah, that is a great call. That is a great call. Or you can make it like an option within your man, my action button is like not even working now. That's crazy. You can make it an option within your dropdown. And the way to get your dropdown set up, by the way, you set your action button to open a folder in your Shortcuts app. So you make a folder in Shortcuts, you put all the actions you want in there, and then your action button opens the folder and you can choose from that pop-up what you want to do. What else we got? Kev Dog. Love it. I got the silver. Oof. Kev Dog, that is prime. I think you made the absolute correct decision. Silver looks excellent. if I could go back in time, I would go silver. It would definitely show up way more on these live streams versus this like blue on blue situation we have going on right now. Yeah, that's awesome. And great call with the camera control. Easily my least favorite feature that Apple launched in recent years. Max saying, Kev, I'm going to disagree here. AAMDJ, what happened with back market? Your code stopped working over there. I think someone commented the code, it might have only been applicable for devices over $300. And it was also for a limited time. So not 100% sure if it's still available, to be candid. That's a great action button pro tip. I just need an action button. Tommy, I don't want to hear that. I know you can customize your Android phone to do something extremely similar, right? You've got to be able to do that. You've got to be able to do that. KevDog joining. Thank you for joining. Max is saying I have my action button set to my folder of cellular shortcuts. Might have to unvault some of those. Yeah, I really like. I mean, I use the. For my car, I open the frunk all the time. Every time I go grocery shopping, I am tossing groceries in the frunk, so I use that all the time. And what's really cool is you can have like nested shortcuts. So Control Home actually opens another folder to control all of my lights, and so that's one way. I honestly never use that, but it seems cool, right? It seems like a cool idea. Sony had camera control before it was cool. Probably was. Yo, is Visible Base $20 promotion a good bargain? Yes, it is. And honestly, while we're here talking about Visible, we got to shout them out. They're doing an insane promotion right now, okay? If we go to their website, man, where was it? Plans, deals, CR deals. There was an insane deal. Here we go. Join Visible and get 50% off our best annual plan. So this month only. That means I have T-minus 24 days to make a video about this. You can get the Visible Plus Pro annual plan for $225. This is the best deal Visible has ever offered. We saw them offer this on Black Friday. We haven't seen it come back since. And now it is back for this month only. So you got to use promo code SLAMDUNK. You get the annual version of Visible Plus Pro on sale for $225. Normally it's $450. So massive discount. Now, what do you get with Visible Plus Pro? Why is this such a good deal? Oh, it is just insane, you guys. Visible Plus Pro. If you've been on this live stream before, you probably know these details, so we will rip through it. But regular price, $45 a month. You are getting this on sale for $18.75 per month with the promo, okay? $18.75. Unlimited high-speed data. This is unlimited priority data, QCI8 on the Verizon network. You're getting unlimited hotspot data at 15 megabits per second, full 4K video streaming, don't even need a VPN, so you're saving money there. Unlimited minutes and texts, of course, smartwatch line included for free. If you're an Apple Watch user, a Pixel Watch user, and I think Samsung Galaxy Watches also work now, that's going to be included for free. Tablets, not supported. Great international features if you need them. 2 free international days per month with the ability to accumulate up to 20. You'd actually get 24 international days up front when you buy the annual plan. And you can just use those however you want, and they renew every 12 months. It's an awesome plan. It is an awesome, awesome plan. Alternate reality chiming in. Visible is good until you need tech support, which sucked up so much of my time that the money saved was not worth it at all. Sorry, Stetson, but Visible blows in my experience. I am so sorry to hear that. And it is true. A lot of the MVNOs tend to have, I would say, lower tier. But at the same time, like you go to Verizon or you go to T-Mobile, you can have a poor customer service experience there as well. You go on Reddit, you will see stories on every carrier subreddit of someone like trying to order a new phone or do a phone trade-in deal, and like AT&T rejecting the phone trade-in deal and only giving the person $300 instead of $900 or something like that. So I will say generally, Visible has not been known for their customer service, and I'm sorry you had a really bad experience. I think most of the time, if you buy your phone unlocked, you activate the service, like hopefully you won't need customer service. That's the ideal. That's the goal. And you should have a pretty good experience overall. So I apologize for that. I've used them and I've had a good experience, and I would still recommend them, honestly. Yeah, you can get cheaper, you can get good. I think it depends. I think it depends a lot. All right. Let's see. Realist Jams. All right. We have City of New York role play. Thank you so much for your generosity. Appreciate you. Realist Jams coming in with a super chat here. Let me pull up my shared screen again. Perfect. We have 3 lines on AT&T Unlimited Starter. We pay about $43 a month per line after discount, and that includes about 5 months for phones. Thoughts? Depends when you activated. If you activated before July 24th last year, 2025, then you will see a price hike. So with 3 lines, your total bill is going up by $20 a month. And so if we just do 43 times 3, you're at maybe 129 right now. Honestly, not bad. You'll be at closer to 159 after the price hike. $5 a month for phones. It's not bad. And I think let me actually pull up my keynote presentation, because that will answer this question in a jiffy, is what I will say. So, bam. For those of you curious how I make my videos, the answer is Apple Keynote. And here is the actual presentation for the AT&T video. This video had 45 slides that I used to make it. And then it had a bunch of other slides that were like me playing around with design and like formatting and stuff. The answer to your question is here. So this is for getting a Pro Max model iPhone every 3 years, and it breaks down the price. What is going to be most affordable? Now, the reason Extra 2.0 is better than AT&T Value 2.0 is because we are looking at that Pro Max model iPhone. And if you're just getting a baseline iPhone every 3 years, then the Value 2.0 plan would be a little bit better. Still looking at this, you can see the plan costs, $116 for Value 2.0, which sounds like would actually be a little bit less than what you're paying now. And then Extra 2.0 will be $161.97. But you can see the net phone cost here, right? So Extra 2.0 eligible for up to $1,100 off. AT&T Value 2.0 capped at about $500 for iPhone users. I think Realist Jams in your shoes, after the price hike, which is going live in April, you will likely see your AT&T bill go up by $20, as I mentioned. At that point, it'll probably make sense for you to switch over to the new AT&T Value 2.0 plan. It's better than the starter plan in some ways. You're not going to be eligible for the same level of device trade-in deals, but if you're just getting the Galaxy S26, the iPhone 17, the Pixel 9, or the Pixel 10 now, those more entry tier devices, AT&T Value 2.0 will likely be more affordable overall. You can see the 3-year total, $6,308. Again, this is for the Pro Max model, but it'll likely be less for that entry level. If you are kind of a Pro Max family, or Galaxy S26 Ultra, that's where you're going to want to look at that Extra 2.0 plan. Combination of the discount you get on the phone, that higher discount, with the reasonable plan cost, will make it a pretty good value overall as well. If you wanted to save even more money, you could consider a prepaid carrier. What I like on AT&T is Unlimited Starter Dark Star from US Mobile. This is a great plan. Comes with, actually have it right here. Boom. Nope. Boom. It is $25 a month. So for 3 lines, it'd be $75 a month, taxes and fees included. You're getting the same unlimited high-speed data that you have now. It's deprioritized, which is exactly the same as AT&T Unlimited Starter. You're getting 20 gigs of hotspot, which is actually 4 times more hotspot. No, which is, 4 times more hotspot data than the starter plan. Up to full 4K video streaming, which is kind of insane. And then you have great options for international roaming if you need them. So all in all, like, I'm in your shoes. I'm definitely considering going with US Mobile. I think the savings will be huge. You can upgrade your devices at any time. Doesn't matter. Look, for the Pro Max model iPhone, for 3 lines, US Mobile is still cheaper. So it doesn't matter what tier devices each line has. US Mobile is going to be the better value pretty much no matter how you cut it. And then, of course, I channel sponsor Back Market in this video featuring them. If you wanted to buy refurbished phones, you will save even more money, and you can go with US Mobile Unlimited Starter there as well. So I hope that's helpful. If you want to stick with AT&T, I think the Value 2.0 plan is probably going to be the place to start. If you like getting premium phones, then bump up to Extra. And if you really want to save some money, that's where you're going to look at US Mobile. So I hope that's helpful. Jordan is asking prepaid compare versus best phone plans comparison. Yeah, so prepaid compare is another amazing site, honestly, made by a gentleman, Dennis. So shout out, Dennis, if you happen to be watching this, you're awesome. And the prepaid compare site is also amazing. It allows you to compare plans in more of a table format, also rich with detail and information. So I can pull that up on screen right now, and you guys can take a look. This is it, prepaid compare. Very simple site, very powerful tools, right? So you can enter how many minutes you need, text you need, data, whether you want megabytes or toggle that over to gigabytes. So let's say you need a plan with 15 gigs of data. You can find plans. Boom. They actually have more carriers than I do right now. They have Kite Mobile, which is kind of insane. Looks like Kite might be doing a free trial right now, which is kind of interesting. Looks like no minutes or texts, but unlimited data. You can see Tello, cost per month. You can filter by, eSIM, hotspot, iOS, MMS, find plans. Boom. Everything becomes filtered again. So really, really great site. And you can click on any plan. Let's do maybe Helium Mobile here. And you just get a pop-up of the full details, how much high-speed data there is, if there's unlimited throttle data, what the speeds are, is MMS supported on iOS, the data priority, all that kind of stuff. So really, really good. And for more information, they have, a dedicated page about Helium Mobile and all that kind of stuff. So really great site, made by this great gentleman. Rich with detail. A lot of people recommend it. A lot of people suggest it. And it works great. I personally, I'm heavily biased. Like, what do you guys want me to say? I designed and built, bestphoneplans.net. I'm more of a visual person when it comes to comparing information. So I really like this card layout for comparing things as opposed to the grid. And of course, there is the Airtable if you are interested in more of a spreadsheet fashion. But I really like this, and kind of give you the same kind of filters, lines, coverage, carrier, data, that kind of thing. Does prepaid compare have lines? It doesn't look like it. One thing I do like is you can hide the multi-month plans. That'll get rid of the Mint Mobiles and stuff that only offer service in 12 months. But it looks like this is probably one of the best sites for comparing single line plans. What I'm, pretty stoked on for my site is we've got multiple lines here, 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines, all that kind of stuff. So if you do have a family, we were just talking with Realist Jams, right? 3 lines, AT&T coverage, what's going to be best. You can kind of compare the options here. And this is the plan I was recommending, right? AT&T Unlimited Starter Dark Star. But you can compare the different options and see what the total price is and all that stuff. And I also allow you to include estimated taxes and fees so you can see what that, full total price will be. So those are some differences, and I hope that's helpful. The other site I'm working on, I'll give it a shout out here. I would say it's still in development, but it's not a bad place to start. It is phoneplancalculator.com. And I am working with Claude right now to enhance this, take it to the next level for you guys. But basically, you can say, like, what phone you have. Let's say we'll do an Android example. Unusual for me, I know. Let's say you want to get the Pixel 10 Pro, great phone. You've probably got, I don't know, maybe a Pixel 7 Pro right now. You want to upgrade. Maybe you've got 3 lines, family plan. You upgrade every 3 years. And you can just take a look at what the options are. And let's say you need data. Maybe you need unlimited data. You can see AT&T Unlimited Starter SL Military. Boom. That's your best value for your family. If you need something that's not military, you have US Mobile Unlimited Starter Warp, that annual plan coming in. Visible Base, great option if you want Verizon coverage. And you can also, by the way, choose what network. So Verizon, you can take a look here and then see exactly what that's the actual link. Click here, you get the full cost breakdown, how it all shakes out. So another option for really looking at all of the math and nuance. Hopefully going to improve this by a lot soon. I think there's so much room to improve it here. But yeah, hopefully that's a helpful comparison. Voodoo, we like your website better, Stetson. Hey, I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate that. Try my best to make the best content for you guys. I can't believe you use Keynote for your videos. Yeah, it turns out Keynote can low-key do a lot. Like one of my proudest animations from the most recent AT&T video. Let me pop this up. I was like pretty stoked on this. Like no one appreciates this, right? Like none of my friends probably know what Keynote is outside of like me telling them or have used it, but it's really powerful. So for this slide here, add to stage, I wanted to show an airplane flying into France and have this animate in. So this is what the actual Keynote slide looks like. If I go ahead and play this, let me see if this, oh shoot. Can you guys see this? Keynote is now full screen, which is inconvenient for me. Okay, you could not see that. I think we can do it here with this build order. Yeah, perfect. So if I preview this, you see I have the airplane fly in and then that little text animation pop up. Easy, all done in Keynote. The other really cool thing is when the airplane starts flying, there's a bigger shadow, and I wanted to try and show the airplane landing, so I made the shadow smaller. So there it is, big shadow, small shadow. The way I did that is there are actually 3 different airplanes that are flying in. One has a big shadow, one has a much smaller shadow, and one is animating out as the other is animating in, which kind of makes it seem like the shadow kind of fades in as the airplane quote unquote lands. Anyway, I use Apple Keynote. It's like way more powerful than it should be, and I love it. GPRNE, can you please allow coverage map users to search for stats in a given radius of a point, helpful for those who have uneven coverage in their city? I really like that idea. I will make a note of it now. Search coverage in point. One thing I will say, GPRNE, you're not going to be happy with this. I can just tell you that right now. But we kind of do offer this. It's not quite what you want. And it's very expensive, but I'll show it anyway. Boom. Where is it? Yeah, it's this one. So for our coverage map enterprise tools, which again, you guys don't really need, but we have some really cool options for enterprise users if they want to integrate coverage into their apps or tools. The coverage report and coverage tile API, they actually allow you to enter a latitude, longitude coordinate, and then get back an appended file that includes quarter mile signal, so average signal strength, and a quarter mile radius around the location, half mile signal, which is average signal strength, and a half mile radius around the location, 1 mile signal, again, basically 1 mile signal. And then you also get coverage percentages in quarter, half, and 1 mile radii as well. So could be an option for getting a signal strength breakdown. Unfortunately, no speed tests are available with this tool, but it would give you the coverage breakdown. And so that basically turns the map dot, there we go. It turns the signal strength map here into sort of something you can query and say you're looking at, we should do something interesting. Where should we go? Let's go to a city I can pronounce. Vermilion, I guess. If you're in this city, you can kind of query a location in here and you'll get that report of the quarter mile, half mile, and then 1 mile radius around it and see what average signal strength is like and the coverage percentages for all the networks, AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon. So very niche, mostly for businesses, but I hope that's helpful. Tom is like, can I help you work on the new site? I will let you know. Claude and I are going at it right now, but I think it's going to be awesome. Yeah, G Pirani, don't curse Trevor with that. G Pirani, I think the removal of the zip code search was a bad idea. Really looks like you're trying to force users to pay for previously free features. Look, candidly, I don't even know what to say here. Like, there is no paid zip code lookup, like the coverage report, like this is an enterprise tool that you can pay for. You can literally go and search for a zip code, right? So 80203 is Denver. Boom, you enter your zip code and you get the full breakdown by city. If you do want something that is for some reason more like this is arguably better because it gives you a bigger coverage area and does a better job aggregating performance in your area. So you get a clearer picture of, what network is likely going to be better. The smaller you go, sometimes the more granular the data is. And sometimes there's not enough data to really paint that full picture. So yeah, you can still search by zip codes. Just use the search tool and it chunks up to the city. But we think it's a better experience that way. Drop a like on the stream for that airplane. Chrisak, I appreciate that. Do MVNOs get access to all network bands? Yes, they do. They get access to all network bands, so you're able to get pretty much identical coverage as what you're used to. What happened to Boost Mobile 16 Pro as they are downsizing the Dish network? I'm not sure. I mean, I think Boost does deals on the latest iPhones, so they've probably just replaced it with the 17 Pro deal, if that makes sense. Looks like they have updated their site. So something about this color scheme just reminds me of Mint Mobile. That's really funny. Unlimited, Unlimited Plus, Unlimited Premium, and they should have their shop online. So $800 off the new S26 Ultra. Damn, these deals got worse. That's what I'll say. Where's the iPhone deal? Find a store. Get the deal. Do we have more deals? Here we go. Wait, 15. Where is the 17? Plan, sorry. Shop Apple iPhone. They've really changed the site, that's for sure. All right, let's say we want the iPhone 17. All right, yeah. So you can still get the iPhone 17 for free, quote unquote free, starting at $0 a month. Of course, it requires their super expensive, where is it? Infinite access for iPhone plan, $65 a month. Super not worth it, in my opinion, in today's plan landscape. But yeah, they probably just swapped over to that. And the native Dish network is sadly getting shut down. So there you go. How do I convince my friend to choose US Mobile over Spectrum Mobile? I need this referral. I don't know. You just got to convince them. Twist their arm, force them into it, make it the obvious choice. They'll save so much money. Oh yeah, Tommy's bringing up a great point. Yeah, the reason we did it for two reasons. One, zip codes are kind of weird shapes, and the best way to illustrate that is actually with the paid map, the coverage report map. So this breaks everything down by state, city, county, and zip code. And when you zoom in, you'll just get like funky shapes for zip codes. These are all kind of funny. Like this one's like kind of small and weird. This one's also kind of small and weird. And there's just like a bunch of these, especially as you go in like this area. Like this is a really small and odd shape for a zip code. That's kind of odd. This one's also like what is that? I thought it was, anyway, they're kind of small and weird shapes. We've got like zip codes inside of zip codes. Like what is going on? So it's easier for us to chunk up to the city level. And then number two is we need to support other countries now. And we need to do the same hierarchy of locations for all countries. And so we're doing state, city, or state, county, city. And the reason for that is if we go to our friends over in Canada, for example, like Canada has significantly more zip codes than the United States. And so it didn't make sense for us to have pages on the website for every single Canadian zip code. And that's why we have to do cities. And that's the only thing that makes sense. So that's what we did. It's state, county, city. And I guess for Canada, it's province, city, I think is just like the hierarchy. But yeah, we just had to do that. Yo, dog, we heard you like zip codes. We put zip codes inside your zip codes. What's really interesting, I didn't know this. This is back to the United States. Every single zip code in the United States has its own postal office. That means this area has a postal office. This area has one postal office. This area's got a postal office. This area, whatever this is, that's got a postal office. Every single shape has a postal. Look, whatever this is, this has its own postal office. And whatever, God, what is this? There's a postal office. I actually hope there isn't a postal office in here. That just seems like such an unnecessary waste. But what is it? 21071 Maryland, 21136. Yep. If it's a zip code, it's got its own postal office. So look at this. Look at this nonsense. What is this? Who made this? We need a post office for that? You know what I mean? That's crazy. Gerrymandering, yeah. Dabby Alien is saying, so you're saying I should transfer to Visible and then after a year go back to US Mobile's $25 plan. I'll technically save $70. Hey, if you really want to save money, go for it. You do you. I was debating switching. It is a better plan. Visible is a way better plan and it's cheaper. Like maybe I should do it. Actually try and save some money. Joseph is saying, I'm currently on my family's phone plan. In June, I will need to get my own phone plan. I currently have a Samsung Galaxy S22 Plus. I'm looking to upgrade to the S26 Plus. Nice. Looking for the best deal. The best deal will actually be, if you want to get the S26 Plus, by all means, go for it. It is kind of expensive. If you wanted to save money, you could consider channel sponsor back market and getting a refurbished phone. Like the savings are insane. So if we just do, first of all, we might even be able to get, do we have S26? We have S26 Plus unlocked, refurbished. This is going to be like a pristine condition phone because it's so new. Yeah, excellent condition. $1,100. You're already saving $200. Unlocked, works with any plan from any carrier. If you want to save even more money on what is essentially the same phone, you can do a Galaxy S25 Plus unlocked, $560. Now, this is fair. So if you want excellent condition, $591, call it $600. This is a really good deal on a phone. You pair this with, say, the Visible Plus Pro deal, where you get Visible Plus Pro annual for $225. All of a sudden, you've got an incredible phone, right? Galaxy S25 Plus, actually arguably better than the S26 Plus because it still has millimeter wave in the S25. Fantastic phone. And you can get a year of premium unlimited service, and that'll be $500, $791. It'll be under $850. So for under the cost of the S26 Plus, you get the phone and service. That's what I would consider doing. So I think, Joseph, that's what I would offer to you. Like, such a good deal on the phone, and go with any plan you want. That's unlimited, $25. I mean, Visible is great if you want Verizon coverage. US Mobile is awesome if you want AT&T coverage, right? US Mobile unlimited starter. Boom. $25 for unlimited, like hard to beat that. And if you wanted something on T-Mobile, I'd either do Mint or honestly Metro's plan, the $30 bring your own device plan, $30 a month, truly unlimited data, 10 gigs of hotspot, awesome value plan as well. So I hope that's helpful. That's what I would do. Consumer Cellular and AT&T, sure. Consumer Cellular will hopefully save you money. I candidly don't recommend them though. They're expensive. Like, I think you should do US Mobile. US Mobile's got, here, we'll do a three-way comparison. So, and then how many lines? I guess I'll assume maybe like 3 lines. All right, let's do actually carrier, AT&T, Consumer Cellular, boom, and then let's throw in US Mobile. See, what's nice about US Mobile is you could set up the account, be able to log in with your own username and password, and then manage the account if your family needs help. That's what I did with my grandparents. Like I was able to log into the account and do stuff for them. So if they ever needed anything, it was super easy. All right. Here's why US Mobile is better than Consumer Cellular. Consumer Cellular, a 1 gig shared data plan, $20 a month. Okay. US Mobile, a 10 gig shared data plan, same $20 a month. So you literally get 10 times the amount of data for the same price. Consumer Cellular 5 gig, $25. For $25, you're getting either 70 gigs or truly unlimited on US Mobile. Okay. For Consumer Cellulars, the 10 gig shared, again, you'll either get double the data on US Mobile, or you can get the 10 gigs for $20, or you can get truly unlimited. So that's really where I would consider US Mobile. For AT&T, like if you really want to go to a store for help and support, maybe it's worth it, but I think you would ultimately save money going with a different carrier, to be frank. So I hope that's helpful. And then even if we look at like, let's say 3 lines, right? Consumer Cellular. So this is 3 lines, all sharing 1 gig, $50. 3 lines sharing 5 gigs, $45. Or you can get 3 lines sharing 20 gigs, 20 times the data for, honestly, after taxes and fees, less than the cost, which is nuts. You can also do 10 gigs for $53. Nuts. 10 gigs shared. Like instead of 10 gigs of shared data, you could get 30 gigs of shared data. This would be another phenomenal option for $1. Honestly, $1 more pre-tax and probably less after tax. And then you get the unlimited plan, $75 for unlimited starter on Darkstar, Lightspeed, or Warp. And that'll be a great option as well. And I personally think US Mobile does a really good customer service and support. Then you can go with AT&T Value 2.0, $95. So it's like so much more expensive. You do get unlimited though. You can go to a store for help and support, and that could be an option. But yeah, I just think Consumer Cellular, like their customer support is great, and it's just really expensive. So tricky. Dabby Alien is saying US Mobile customer support deserves a raise. Yeah, I've had good experiences with them. The slam dunk code to get half off the Visible Plus Pro annual plan does not work anymore, expired. Surely it should be still available. You could try a new device or something like that. See terms. You can see that it's available through all of April. And you have to use code slam dunk. Bring your own device or purchase a new device. Select the Visible Plus Pro annual plan. Set up your SIM and activate your service. So yeah, I would say it should be still available. If you're not seeing it, try a new device, try deleting your cookies, clearing your cache, that kind of stuff. And again, just double check you're getting that annual version of the plan, because that is the only version it is eligible for. So I hope that helps. Legend has it in recent years, the CIA invented a new form of torture called Verizon phone support. Oh man, it's bad. Sometimes it's bad. All right, we do have a question coming in from PR Hitman 01. Hey Stetson, do you have a video up on how to add another line to Visible by chance? Great question. It turns out you cannot add a second line on Visible. Each Visible line needs its own separate Visible account. So you're just going to go through the process of ordering a new line and getting that set up. And that's going to be how you add a second line to your Visible account. If you wanted to add them to a Visible inner circle, I think there's an option in the app, but both accounts, both lines still need to be set up separately, I believe. So I hope that helps. Stetson, you should review Cellcom plans. I'll think about it. I'll try again. I hope that helps. Yeah, hopefully you're able to get it. Oh no. Dabby Alien, I should have used back market. I bought my phone off a Best Buy deal only to watch your video a week later and realize I could have saved so much. Hey, I mean, if you can return it, sometimes it's worth paying the restocking fee and then saving money elsewhere. But, hopefully you still got a pretty good deal. And in the long run, you're probably doing better than most people. Oh, interesting. Nick is saying Mint has the best S26 deal right now. FYI, $400 off plus a year of unlimited. Look it up. Yeah, Mint is good. It's just worth knowing the compromise, right? So you need to make sure T-Mobile coverage is good in your area because Mint uses T-Mobile and that's what you're going to be on. The phone will be locked to Mint for 12 months. So you want to make sure you're okay with that as well. But yeah, basically Mint will give you $400 off the S26 Ultra, S26 or S26 Plus, bring the price down to $880. And they'll also throw in a year of unlimited phone service as well, which is honestly pretty good. You can finance it with a firm if you wanted to, $74 a month. But yeah, honestly, a great value. The phone is locked to Mint, though. You're stuck into this plan and price for a full year. If you're good with that, this is honestly a great deal for the S26. I would encourage you, again, like if you get an S25, if you compare the specs, these are neck and neck, the same phone. You'll save money with the S25 Plus. It's unlocked, so you can use it on any plan or any carrier you choose. And when you have this, you're able to go and take advantage of, Visible's bring your own device promotion. Or if we take a look at US Mobile right now, right? They're offering their promotion on unlimited premium and starter. So you'd be eligible for these. Net savings would be awesome. So I'm a big fan of buying unlocked, being able to have the flexibility and freedom to choose whatever plan or carrier you want. That said, Mint's plan, if you're okay with the compromises, is a great value. Damn, Tommy's saying, I think Cricket is offering the S26 for $500 off. Let's find it. I should build something to like track all these deals. All right, Galaxy S26 Black. All right. So, wow. $400. Must bring your number on a new line with the Supreme. See, this is how they get you guys. You have to be on the Supreme Unlimited plan. Okay. This is also going to be locked to Cricket for, gosh. I think it's also a year. Oh, this is actually 6 months of service after activation. So phone is locked to Cricket, and you have to be on that expensive $55 a month plan. You can get truly unlimited from US Mobile for $25 a month. So just worth running the numbers is what I would say. And then this is going to have the Cricket bootloader on it. Oh, even just saying that just is not, it's not good, you guys. You don't want your phone to have the bootloader from your carrier on it. You want it to be unlocked. That's my take. W. Massey is saying you can move to the lower plan after 2 months. That could definitely help with savings. You just have to be on the expensive plan for 2 cycles. So could be worth it. Again, you guys know my take. I'm all about going unlocked and doing your own thing. FPL Bailey getting it. Always go unlocked. Tristan is saying the compromise. This is back to the Mint Mobile deal. The compromise is it uses T-Mobile. It's total ass in my area. Hey, that's why we have coverage map, right? You go in, you search your location, right? Boulder County, and you can see what's best, what's what. Boulder County District, boom, how it compares. AT&T is also, I'm going to say not excellent. Less excellent in my area. T-Mobile and Verizon are the true champs here. So Mint would be perfect for me, and it would actually be great. So I would be open to them. But yeah, it really depends. Ooh. Chris, aka Pez, saying for sure unlocked is the way to go. Waiting for my clicks communicator. So curious what you think about that. Should I get a pre-order in there? Yeah. Vorgavel is asking, Stetson, should I switch from AT&T Business Unlimited Premium 2.0 with Turbo to AT&T Business Unlimited 3.0? That is a fantastic question. Let me see if I can pull up the details on what the heck changed, because candidly, I forget. So let me see if I can sign in here. Clicks communicator. I think it's so cool. I low-key love spending money on phones, if you guys couldn't tell. They're fun to play around with and have. I should use my Android phone more. Maybe I'll make it my dedicated work phone and see how that goes. All right. Next, we need to go to AT&T. Oh, yeah, AT&T new plans, March 2026. Nope, that's the script. Price comparison. I want like the changes. No. What did I name this document? Nope. Wow, this is actually crazy. Here we go. All right, we have it. Boom. So this is the doc. AT&T business plans. So business unlimited standard. I guess these were all 2.0 and now they're 3.0. Standard went from deprioritized data to 5 gigs of priority, then unlimited deprioritized. Business unlimited advanced to advanced 3.0 went from 75 gigs priority to unlimited priority. And then business premium to business premium 3.0 went from 200 gigs of hotspot to 300 gigs of hotspot. No tablet or smart line, no tablet or smartwatch line discount to 50% off a tablet or smartwatch line, and then no international calling discount to 50% off AT&T Business International calling per line. Candidly, who asked this? For Gavel, I would probably crunch the numbers, see if the new plan is going to be cheaper. I don't think the feature upgrades alone are going to be worth the switch. But if AT&T is going to be jacking up your price by $10 a month or $20 a month because of their price increase, then it could be worth switching over. But I would just wait and kind of see how your bill shakes out. I don't think the features themselves are worth switching for. Is Metro by T-Mobile good? Yeah, it's great. Depends how good T-Mobile service is in your area. But if you get good T-Mobile coverage, then Metro is fantastic. My favorite plan for them is their $25 bring your own device plan. I can show that. It's lines, one line. Actually, let's just reset this and then do one line. And then do Metro, $30. Yeah, this one right here. $30 a month, taxes and fees included, unlimited high-speed data, 10 gigs of hotspot. You can add a watch and tablet if you wanted to, and great features. So definitely recommend. Didn't know there's a discount on international perks. Yeah, on that one, it looks like there is a discount on international calling specifically. FPL Bailey. For me, never pre-order first-gen products, especially from a new company. I'll just wait a few months later to see reviews. So fair, so fair. I think if you love tech, you like supporting Michael Fisher and him as a creator in the business, then I think go for it. If you want an actual, like, really competent phone, I mean, I would debate the Clicks Communicator probably isn't for you. It might be worth just getting a regular phone in that case, but it is cool. Sponge, hi Stetson. Just want to say thank you so much for helping me save a ton of money from the phone plan while I'm still in college. Sponge, you are most welcome. Curious what plan you ended up switching to and how much you saved. But yeah, I'm stoked to hear that. Absolutely love that. Using US Mobile Unlimited Starter to provide a week's worth of service for a family visiting the country. Are there any better alternatives? US Mobile makes it easy to cancel. Underrated customer service. I think US Mobile is a great option. If you are interested in another option to consider, I would say it would be Tello. So Tello uses T-Mobile for coverage. T-Mobile is usually very welcoming to international models of phones, which is why I suggest plans that use the T-Mobile network for coverage. Tello currently has a deal going on right now where you can get 3 months of their unlimited plan for $30. If you're anticipating high usage, this could be great. Otherwise, their plans are super affordable. You could do maybe like the 10 gig plan, I don't know, 300 minutes for $14. That's a really good value right there. And Tello is also super easy to cancel, super easy to manage your plan online, and honestly, pretty good customer service as well. So I'll say Tello could be worth considering. Yeah, That's, I mean, US Mobile and Tello are probably some of the best. So that's what I would say. Car Guy 11, why don't you recommend AT&T prepaid annual for one line when it has prioritized data? It is a great plan. I often I think the experience of US Mobile is a little bit better than AT&T prepaid. And so AT&T prepaid, hang on. I'll pull it up. So AT&T's prepaid plan is a great deal. It is annual though. So it requires that 12-month commitment, $240 upfront plus taxes and fees. And it's only 16 gigs of high-speed data. Now it is priority data, which is nice, but then you're getting slowed to 1.5 megabits per second. Usable, but requires some patience. I think for most people, the net overall experience of being able to pay month to month, having flexibility on the plan, being able to get the multi-network add-on, being able to monitor usage more easily with a better mobile app and better website, I think US Mobile is generally what I tend to recommend. And it's just because of those reasons. So US Mobile Unlimited Starter Dark Star, it's truly unlimited high-speed data. Don't need to think about usage, like none of the 16 gig nonsense. It is deprioritized though, but I think that doesn't really matter too much. And 20 gigs of hotspot, which is more than plenty for most people, and 4K video streaming. So I think for a couple dollars extra, the month-to-month flexibility really makes US Mobile a great option to consider. But yeah, AT&T's plan is great as well. I think someone last week on the stream said they signed up for that, and it's a great plan. Your 5G ultra wideband man also saving a bunch of money because of you, Stetson. I would have paid $70 for unlimited welcome, but I'm paying $19 because I don't really need a watch line with the Switch 26 promo I've had for a while. That is awesome. Your 5G UW man absolutely makes me smile. Like, that is such a good deal on service and such a good plan. I'm pumped for you. So that's awesome. Marco, can you go through the Metro by T-Mobile plans? Sure, absolutely. Should we do it on the website? No, I'll do it on my website. We got to plug my website, bestphoneplans.net. And we'll bring them up. So I think the best way to do this, we'll just reset the filters, do one line, and we'll do carriers and Metro by T-Mobile. Bam. So Metro by T-Mobile offers 6 total plans to choose from. Actually, technically 5 total plans to choose from. So the first one is the Metro $25 bring your own device plan. I need to adjust the name of this one. This is the $25 plan, but it's the 6-month version. And if you go with the 6-month option, then the price drops from $25 down to just $20 a month. So what is $120 up front for this plan. Either way, this plan includes, again, these are both the same, unlimited high-speed data. It's truly unlimited. It is 35 gigs of QCI 7 data and then unlimited data at QCI 9. So that is deprioritized. There's no hotspot on this plan, which is a deal breaker for me, a big bummer. 480p video streaming, unlimited talk and text. You can add a watch line or a tablet line to this plan. $10 for the watch, $20 for the tablet. International texting is not supported. There's a $10 add-on for international calling and then 5 gigs for 5 gigs. Excuse me, $5 for 5 gigs. I said that and was like, I said something so wrong there. $5 for 5 gigs in Canada and Mexico, and international roaming is not supported. If you wanted to, you could upgrade to the $30 bring your own device plan. This is probably what I should say is my new top pick. I'll get that flag selected pretty soon here. Unlimited high-speed data, basically the same, but adds in 10 gigs of hotspot data for $5 extra, which is really nice. Worth noting that taxes are included on all of these plans. Next is the $40 unlimited plan. This is available in store and if you don't bring your own device. It's basically the same as the $25 plan, but way more expensive. So obviously, I don't really recommend that. The other 2 plans are the $50 and $60 unlimited plan. For $50, basically the same unlimited deprioritized data. Again, I think this one's actually 50 gigs, 70 gigs. I wonder if Metro has it on their site. It's, I think, a different amount of, okay, cool. We're on the cell phone plans. $50 full plan details. Yeah, more than 50 gigs a month. So for the $50 plan, you get 50 gigs of QCI7 deprioritized data. After 50 gigs, you get unlimited QCI9 data. 8 gigs of hotspot here, 480p video streaming. That's actually crazy. I'm just realizing the $30 plan has more hotspot data than the $50 plan. That's nuts. Watch and tablet lines and the international features are the same. If you bump up to the $60 plan, let's actually go ahead and check that because I think this is up to now 70 gigs. Boom, 70 gigs. I am on it. $60 a month, you get 70 gigs of deprioritized QCI7 data before unlimited QCI9 data. 25 gigs of hotspot, which is super nice. Up to 1080p video streaming now, which is also nice. Discount on the watch and tablet lines. $5 for a watch, $5 for a tablet, which could help you save some money. International texting is now included. $10 for international callings. $5 for 5 gigs in Canada and Mexico, and international roaming is not supported. Metro also has some additional perks on their $60 plan. You get Amazon Prime included, the HD video, which we talked about, and I already talked about the discount as well. So it's really just Amazon Prime. That can be a really good value if you are a Prime customer. And I hate to admit it, but I am, in fact, a Prime customer. The fun fact is I am still on a Prime student plan. So if anyone asks, no one's going to ask. But if anyone were to ask, I am still in school. Okay, so let's all keep that in mind. Anyway, fabulous plan. If you have one line, you're going to want to do the bring your own phone line, either 25 or 30, depending on what you need. If you have a family, this is where all of these plans are great. And I would lean probably more towards, depends what you need, but if you need Prime, the top tier plan is great. If you don't need Prime, the middle tier plan is probably going to be a really good value as well. So I hope that's helpful. All right. Blooply PR. Hey, Stetson, love your streams. Have you tried Pronto Mobile? Any feedback? I have tried Pronto. They gave me a test line. I should probably reach out to them and see how they're doing. My experience is I love what they're doing. I love how they're trying to combine, all networks onto one SIM. I personally found that the latency was really high for my line, and the data speeds I was getting were a little bit slower than what I was getting from a line that had a native connection on either T-Mobile or Verizon or AT&T. So it could be a really good value for some. I think for most people, I would recommend going with a plan that has native coverage for the better latency performance and the improved data speeds. So that's what I would say. Call me Nino. Thank you so much for your generosity and support. Just signed up for AT&T annual prepaid as my secondary line, but my Visible Plus Pro is my primary line used for data and hotspot on my iPhone dual SIM. That is a sweet, sweet setup. You're getting unlimited priority data on Verizon, unlimited hotspot at 15 megabits per second, and you now have AT&T coverage as a backup, so you can toggle between two of the best networks in the United States. I think that's absolutely incredible. So, yeah. I was looking at AT&T business plans, look like a good deal. They are a really good deal. AT&T business also has a promo going on right now where I think if you buy new phones, you get $15 off a month, which is like really makes them good. Yeah. Boom. Save $15 a month per line for 36 months online only. You have to choose AT&T Business Unlimited Advanced 3.0 or higher. And then I think you need to purchase a phone. 5 lines per order. Let me see. Calculate cost. 1 line. Yeah. So normally it's $80, but with the $15 discount, and I guess another discount, I'm like, wait a minute. 80 minus 15 is not 55. But it must be like after auto pay or whatever. Anyway, you do it online. That's a really good deal. Definitely recommend. What is US Mobile Business all about? Yeah, US Mobile, like low-key has business plans. They don't really seem to advertise them that much. Maybe they're geared towards just businesses, but I actually don't think they're that good. Like, I don't think they're better than the consumer plans. So it looks like they've had a few businesses sign up. Latitude Digital, whatever this is, trusted by opportunities for Ohioans with disabilities. They signed up. The Bail Project, that's definitely an interesting term there. It looks like you can call sales to sign up. Probably have a team to help migrate a bunch of numbers all at once, which could be helpful. But I think the plan is actually not as good. So, Business Starter. First glance, this is basically, or it is a little different. It is a little different. It looks like it's the same plan as Unlimited Starter, but instead of unlimited deprioritized data, it appears to come with unlimited priority data, likely available only on Darkstar, so only on the AT&T network. And then you're also getting dedicated business support. So for $5 extra, you're getting priority data and dedicated business support. Unlimited premium, again, consumer plan, $44 a month, so $5 extra. Same unlimited priority data. Whoa, they're advertising priority plus here, which I feel like they actually should get in trouble for this. It's coming soon. This, no joke, guaranteed, has been on the website for months. Like, this needs to be fixed. They're advertising a feature that does not have a defined launch date and has been coming soon for far too long. So I think that should be fixed. Let's go back. Sorry, I clicked on it. And then unlimited hotspot. I'm sure it's the tiered hotspot, 20 gigs international. So it's basically the same plans, but $5 extra. And then, man, all these pop-ups. And then you get extra priority on starter. Like, this one could be worth it, but the premium plan is not worth it unless you need the dedicated business support, which I don't think you need, because you're certainly not getting priority plus. That's not coming yet. Yeah, and then they're doing that. 2 months free for 3 lines. So yeah, it's really geared towards businesses. Should I like sign up with my business and then I could have like the best phone plans here on the page? I think that'd be funny. Or maybe coverage map. We could get some business lines. We have the connectivity project. Interesting. It is really nice that US Mobile makes it so easy to manage multiple lines all from one single dashboard. That's what I'll say. They do have annual versions as well. Not quite as good as consumer, in my opinion. I would go consumer. And then they do have the by the gig. And I think pricing looks to be the same here, just at first glance. So that is US Mobile business plans. Interesting. The top plan gives 300 gigs of hotspot. That's nice. Is it tiered or is it just like 300 gigs uncapped? Because that could potentially be worth it. The dude, I'm on Visible Plus Pro. I use it on my semi truck and works great for unlimited hotspot. That's the way to do it. Fantastic. Fantastic plan. Yeah, I also want to know, what is Cape Mobile? Yeah, Cape Mobile. People are very curious about this. At least you guys are very curious about this. It is a privacy first carrier that I believe is reselling Verizon service. So I just want, I want to see the plan. Do we have the plan here? Resources, phones, about us, business, company, sign up now. Here we go. That was actually so hard to find. $99 a month. Okay. And it's not unlimited. It is a 50 gig plan for $99 a month. They are advertising minimal data collection, which you can get with freely from Louis Rossman. So that could be another option to consider. Identifier rotation. I don't know what that means. Secondary numbers get up to 2 free additional lines to use publicly while keeping your primary number private for family and friends. That's actually kind of cool. Disappearing call logs. Um, Cape destroys call logs in just one day, so that could be an advantage for some people. SIM swap protection, network lock, last mile encrypted texting. I love how I think I ranted about this on the previous live stream. It's only for iPhones. Like Android coming soon. Like, how are they doing this? I don't think the carriers themselves do this. Is Cape adding like another layer on top? And if it's only iPhone only, like what's the point? That means iPhone to Android is unencrypted, Android to Android, Android to iPhone. I don't think it really matters. Encrypted voicemail. Um, like I couldn't tell you what the specific differences are between like an encrypted voicemail and a normal voicemail. Like my voicemail, you have to enter a passkey or whatever to listen to it. So yeah. Anyway, they advertise privacy. That's their big thing. I think it's Verizon for coverage. This says US Cellular. Let me see. Is it really on US Cellular? You'll be dependent on T-Mobile / Verizon roaming. Buffering likely. Huh. Their backbone is US Cellular. Gosh, I am totally mistaken. According to this from 9 months ago. So that means it's probably going to be T-Mobile now. Still, $99 for 50 gigs. Like, guys, you can go with Tello, unlimited, same 50 gigs, $25. Quarter of the price. Quarter of the price. And then, yeah, isn't that just iMessage? It does say specifically SMS messages. So I'm assuming they're doing something, but I don't know. I don't understand the point. Yeah, I agree with you. The ruse. What's the point of Cape Mobile? Your data is probably already out there if you ever signed up for T-Mobile, AT&T, or Verizon. Facts. I mean, there have been leaks, I think, of legacy customer accounts, right? Where you had an account, you left, and your information still got leaked, right? Like, there's just no stopping it. Did you know US Mobile includes Wi-Fi calling for iCloud connected devices, at least on Warp? I wish Visible would add this. Oh, interesting. I did not know that. Trevor is saying, looking at coverage map, Cape is probably routing their traffic through one of their servers. Ping is really high, and it's not routing through the native IP network. So that is likely contributing to the Reddit comment we were seeing, where it looks like they're using US Cellular for the network. Sounds like would it be incorrect to say it's basically like they have the VPN on at all times and it's routing through Cape servers? They're privacy focused. Their backbone uses US Cellular. I think so. You'll be 100% roaming. Speed and reliability are important to me. And then this person is saying buffering is likely. So it could be due to that routing that's adding the buffering and that higher latency. Oh yeah, AirVoice wireless. Basically, yeah, similar to how Pronto works. Yeah. So like you're paying extra for effectively a worse cellular performance with theoretical privacy improvements, but I'd be really dubious of that. And I personally don't understand the benefits of them. The other one, what's really funny is I did the Google search, and the other company that is very privacy focused is Afani, better than Cape Mobile. And they're doing exactly the same. Afani is on the Verizon network. They either actually have people at these higher companies or are just using the logos, but it seems like they're protecting a lot of people, which is pretty cool. What is why Afani? 100% SIM swap protection protocol. Wow. 11-layer proprietary client authentication protocol. That sounds like a royal pain in the butt to try and leave them. And then $5 million in SIM swap coverage. That does seem a little bit different to me, like a little bit of a standout there. But again, this is just like Verizon service being upsold. Do we have to book a sales call? Oh yeah, here it is, $99 a month. Like, and data. Wait, where's the asterisk? It's 40 gigs and then data slows. I just don't think these plans are worth it. They're effectively causing you to create a problem, make you feel like you're insecure, unsecure, not secured, and then being like, we solve that. And I really just don't think it's necessary. That's my take. But I'd be curious what you guys think. All right, Kev Dog just got visible on top of my Cricket. Shout out to you for covering every network known to man. Hey, you are welcome. I appreciate you. Glad you're getting not only great coverage on Cricket, but excellent coverage on Visible. Hopefully you like the plan. How come Boost doesn't have 5G UC or UW or Plus? That's a great question. I guess technically Boost shut down their native network. They are now effectively roaming on AT&T. AT&T is their primary partner, and it's kind of up to AT&T and the carrier profile that they give Boost for their devices. And so AT&T probably has not enabled the plus icon for Boost, so that's why you don't see it. But it will connect to AT&T's mid-band network, and it will connect to T-Mobile's mid-band network if you do end up on T-Mobile as well. So that's what I would say. Another kind of iffy one is AirVoice Wireless. I have checked them out before. Number one prepaid phones and plans. I kind of forget if they have anything. Family plan, free trial. 1 month. 1 gig for $10. Oh, I see. That was at 3 months. It's not bad. This is kind of hard for me to wrap my head around. 16 gigs for $42. $54. What if we had the hotspot? Yeah, probably expensive. Probably expensive. That's what I would say. Scott's here. Hello. I'm so late. Scott, you're right on time. Great to have you tune in. Appreciate you. All right. Ant. I don't know. Ant's KXI. I only have Verizon for the Apple Music family plan. I would highly encourage you to do the math out because you can likely save money by going with Visible or US Mobile or Total Wireless and then paying for Apple Music family as a separate subscription. Like, you could save yourself so much. It'd be insane. Ooh. Brian Parmley's. I picked up a Leica Mobile 6-month promo, $7.50 for 18 gigs for my iPad. Found out it's on AT&T, which, like Darkstar, doesn't support iPad hotspot. Kind of a bummer, but the good news is I guess it works on your iPad. Yeah, I've not heard good things about Leica Mobile when it comes to customer service and support. So I would personally be hesitant to recommend them, even though their plans are a really good value. Voodoo, Stetson, how long after you leave one of the big three that your personal details are cleared from their database? Candidly, I have no idea. I know sometimes, like, if you go back to a big carrier within 3 months, that's considered a win back. And so they might still have some of your account details from that. I know that, like, I've run into issues where I had an AT&T account and then I needed to, like, sign up again, or maybe it was a T-Mobile account. And because I had already used a certain email, I couldn't use that again. I had to use like a new email. So it was kind of a mess for me, but interesting. Your 5G UW man is saying never cleared unless you request data removal directly. So they could hang on to him for a while. I personally don't know to provide a clear answer for that, but probably too long would likely be the answer. Oof. Maxwell reads, I haven't been a T-Mobile customer in years, but just got an alert that my data was in a data breach from them. That is crazy. That is crazy. Just wonder why US Mobile still doesn't have their own carrier bundle for Darkstar. Is it because of Apple or AT&T? From my understanding, Apple is the biggest pain when it comes to MVNOs. So the high probability this is because of Apple. That's my guess. What's a good carrier for a promo to use Graphene OS on? What is Graphene OS? It's like a software. Is it on OnePlus phones? I would say like go with US Mobile and go with their unlimited starter plan is what I would do. Unlimited starter on sale right now, $16.60 a month for your first year. You can grab this on AT&T, T-Mobile, or Verizon. I think the T-Mobile network will work perfectly for your device, so I would consider doing that. Brent, do you know any good iPhone Air promos with AT&T or any other carrier? Man, Brent, it's for one line, it will always be cheaper to buy the phone at full price and then go with any prepaid plan that you want to. So if I'm in your shoes, first I'm checking out channel sponsor Back Market. I mean, shout out to them. Let's see if we have a refurbished iPhone Air here. Boom, iPhone Air, locked AT&T, locked T-Mobile, unlocked. Starting at $771. Let's see. That's actually excellent condition. That's insane. So $771. You're already saving $229 off MSRP. Refurbished, it's going to be like great battery health, all that jazz, because it's such a new device. So save $300 there, or excuse me, $229 there, and then go with any prepaid plan, such as, I mean, my top picks here are going to be US Mobile Unlimited Starter, Visible Plus, Visible Base. You could even bring your own device to Total 5G Unlimited. That's a great deal. Visible Plus Pro on sale for $18 and what is it, $18.85 or something like that with their current promo. So I would do that. And you will say like net cost will be so much less. Like think about it. You can get the phone. Where is this? This actually works out really well. Refurbished phone from Back Market, $771. You pair that with Visible's 50% off Visible Plus Pro plan, which is going to be $225. And you just got the phone and service for $900, under $1,000, under the cost of the phone new. Like it's so good. If you wanted to do a deal, like an example deal will be, we'll use Boost because they'll make it easy on me. Where's my Boost tab? Here it is. Bam. We'll go back one and we'll find that iPhone Air. Apple iPhone Air. Boom. All right. So you could do the iPhone Air out of stock. Well, we'll still, here we go. Black. Is that in stock? Perfect. You can get the phone for $5 a month, but you have to be on the $65 plan, which means you're paying $75 a month total, locked in for 3 years, or $70 a month plus taxes. So we'll do 70 times 12 months, $840 for your first year. Okay. Technically a little bit less, but the moment you go into year 2, you're paying way more for this than you would with any other option. So, and that's true for all of the big carriers, even if you get the phone for free. So that's why I'm a big fan of, even if you wanted it new, go with Apple, right? Buy it unlocked from Apple, get a brand new phone at a great price, and then go with a prepaid carrier. That's the move. Yeah. Boryuka, refurbished phones. So Back Market does do full quality inspection of all their devices. They're checking the SIM card reader, the data is deleted. They're checking chargers and cables, GPS, cameras, external sensors. Like the phones have been fully tested to make sure they're in 100% like new working condition. Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, the serial number, oxidation, all right, flash and indicator lights, mics and speakers, input and output ports. Everything is fully tested to make sure it's 100% fully functional. And then battery health is going to be 80% or higher. If you're buying a newer phone like the iPhone Air, you know it's going to be, or even the Galaxy S26 or even the S25, you know it's going to be really, really good battery health. I mean, my iPhone that I've been charging wirelessly every night is at battery health, normal. It's at 100%. And I've done 100 or so charge cycles. Let me see if I can show you guys this. So that phone probably has 100% battery health as well, or like at least high 90s. When it comes to back markets quality, they do have different ratings. You've got fair, which could show visible signs of use, and this could have that lower percentage battery. Good is going to be light signs of use. Excellent is going to be really high quality, almost no signs of use. Premium is basically like someone bought the phone, opened the box, was like, I don't want this, and returned it. Like basically brand new. So really good. Jeez, 792. Like that's so good. That's so good. Wow. Anyway, yeah, there you go. I hope that's helpful. For Gavel, imagine if Apple allowed apps to view cellular statistics. So many new cellular apps would pop up like crazy. Yeah, that would be incredible. We would love that. It would be just absolutely amazing. Thing is, many people want high-end phones, but don't want any money in their bank. It's true. Cell Mapper would be amazing to see. What's the deal with Google Fi and iPhones? Is there any problem? No problems. Google Fi now runs exclusively on the T-Mobile network, so you're going to get T-Mobile coverage, and it works perfectly fine for iPhones. Yeah, no cracks, screens are dense. There might be some like scuffs on the side. Like my phone's kind of a decent example of this. Like sometimes with the lower tiers, you'll get some, like I have a scratch on my Apple logo. Doesn't impact the functionality of the phone. The cameras are perfect. The battery is perfect. I actually did get like a light ding. Can you see that? Probably not. It's probably like not even focused. I got a light ding on the bottom of the phone. So sometimes you'll see cosmetic things like that on refurbished phones, but everything is 100% fully functional. My friend had Optima Mobile. He was locked into a $25 locked month plan, and his price fluctuated. So, like in the first few months, $32, $46, $49, $94, $14, $16. What do you think? That's crazy. My guess is that the phone service may have had a locked price, but the internet may not have been locked, or something was going on there. I will say going down to $14 does likely disprove that, but yeah. Infi Mobile. Yeah, I'll definitely check them out. Get them on the site. I need to add some more plans and carriers to the site as well. I was updating. We didn't talk about it on the stream yet, but Gen Mobile launched some new plans. Let's see if I can do this from memory. I understand my cookies. So the $10 plan went from 1 gig to 2 gigs. The $18 plan went from 5 gigs to 8 gigs now. $27 plan went from 11 gigs to 15 gigs, which is pretty cool to see. The $36 plan, which is actually, hold up, this is with the discounts. The $40 plan, I should say, went from 17 gigs to 25 gigs. The unlimited plan is the same, and they removed Unlimited Plus for $60 a month. So new plans there. And then I think Pure Talk also upped their plans. Slightly new website design. That's cool. I kind of like it. $25 for 7 gigs. This is unlimited data, but there's 2 asterisks. Broadband label. What does it mean? 40 gigs? And they're calling after data is used, data speeds are reduced to 25 kilobits per second. Yo, this industry is the most outrageous industry I've ever seen. Like Mint Mobile literally got sued for advertising unlimited data, and they had to increase their slow speeds from 256 kilobits per second to 512 kilobits per second. And now we're letting Pure Talk get away with that? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm sure these are probably fine. I do kind of like the design. Like that, the two-tone design is kind of nice. So yeah, a fresh look for the site for sure. They are also advertising. I'm just noticing this now. Customer service right here in the USA. Very cool. Very cool. Still likely overpriced. Maybe that's just the cost of US-based customer service. But look, if I'm spending $65, I'm going with AT&T. Although they are offering up to $300 off a new phone. That's crazy. Includes Apple Watch plan and tablet plan and a second phone number. Dang, they're loading that plan up. How much high-speed data, though? Is it going to be the same, like 40 gigs? Here it is. Zoom in, zoom in. It is 50 gigs. And then speeds are reduced. That is just outrageous to me. Like, what are we doing? How can we let this happen? Oh my gosh. 50 for unlimited is crazy. You sneak in taxes and fees later. Oh yeah, wait. I was also ranting about this on Twitter. Gen Mobile. I think this is also ridiculous. Advertising $30 a month, taxes and fees included. You think, okay, great. Taxes and fees are included. No, wrong. Double asterisks. What does that mean? You scroll down. Taxes and fees on initial purchase are included for new online customers on initial 1 or 3 month plans. After the initial period, all plans will be charged at regular prices plus applicable taxes and fees. So it's a lie. They're hoodwinking you. They're saying, yeah, taxes and fees are included in this first month, but for all other months, they're extra. That means your second month, your bill is going up. Not only that, they charge a $39 activation fee. I feel like I could do a rant about this. Insane. Insane. Any other Verizon MVNO that could beat Infinity mobile pricing? Let's see what we got. Wait, this is definitely not what I want. Infimobile, that's what I want. Boom. 5 gigs plus 2,500 minutes every year. That's pretty good. Not sure about bring your own phone. Okay, cool. Unlimited 10 gigs a month, $75. That's actually insane. Unlimited 15. Wow, these prices are good, you guys. I do need to check them out. I think I need to... I'm actually debating what to do. When I review carriers, I used to port my personal number, but now that there's so many two-factor authentication codes, and the answer is no. There's nothing that I'm aware of off the top of my head. Maybe Mobile X, you do a custom plan that pay per use, but even then, it's tough to compete with this. I don't think anything can compete with these offers. But yeah, when I used to review cell phone plans, I used to port my primary number from carrier to carrier. But now that it's so tied into all these two-factor authentication codes, I'm like hesitant to do that. And with support for things like RCS and visual voicemail. But the truth is, I probably should do it. I should probably decouple. I think that's what I need to do. I need to decouple all my two-factor authentication codes from my phone number and then just start porting it around and deal with the consequences. So that might be the move. But curious how you guys would approach it. All right. I've been thinking of getting the better value plan with 3 lines for T-Mobile since I feel we could get more benefits instead of paying $135 for the essential saver. Oh, 100%. You should be switching over to better value. The thing is, better value is actually cheaper here. I did the math out for you. Let's pull this up. Let's get the keynote up. Where did that thing go? I need to share like 2 screens at the same time. All right, where is my keynote presentation? Downloads. Here we go. Share. Perfect. Now we have to find it. Oh, we got it. It is back. We are so back. Here it is. Here's the math. Check this out. You got 3 lines. Oh, dang. I was going to say, well, Essentials, technically the cheapest option, regrettably. But it is only cheaper by $210 over a 3-year period. And T-Mobile Experience More Instead of only getting up to $300 off new phones like you are on Essentials, Experience More will get up to $830 off, and in some cases, up to $1,000 off. All right. That's usually around when the new phones come out. I think that's the case. And more importantly, I highlight this in the video. T-Mobile, oh, sorry, there's like an animation there. There we go. T-Mobile Experience Beyond, which is going to have about the same features as T-Mobile Better Value. Netflix Standard included, Hulu included, $10 off Apple TV, 1-year AAA membership. All of these perks added up, roughly $500, $550 a year in savings. That'll make it a net cheaper plan than Essentials. I think it's way better. You're getting actual premium data. You're getting way better hotspot data, way better video streaming quality, better device promotions. I would do it. I think it's so worth it. Why are you using Keynote? Because Keynote is excellent. Gets the job done. It's included for free, and I can do animations on it. O-Town, thoughts on the new AT&T One Connect? Yeah, you got it. We talked about this earlier in the stream, and I'll do a quick rehash for you here. Boom, boom, boom. And I just need to actually go back to that window. So I actually don't even know where that tab is. Go back. AT&T One Connect. Perfect. The search was even up. What is AT&T One Connect? It is one plan that combines home internet and mobile service all in one plan, starting at $90 a month. The crazy thing is it's $90 a month with taxes and fees included. This is the first plan from AT&T that I'm aware of that includes all taxes and fees. Now, what's interesting is what do you get? Well, you get gigabit fiber speeds for home internet, which is incredible. That is incredible. The cell phone plan, not as good. You're getting unlimited data, but it is deprioritized data. AT&T may temporarily slow down speeds if the network is busy. That means it is QCI9 deprioritized data. The good news is you can add up to 3 connected devices. That could be 1 watch and 2 tablets, which is insane. And then easy home installation, all that jazz. The kicker is $90 a month flat for all of this is an insane value, right? Like if you were to buy this separately, my gigabit fiber is $70 a month. If I were to do an unlimited plan, the cheapest prepaid one is $25. If I wanted a tablet line, that's another $25. If I wanted a smartwatch line, it's another $10. Like an individual with all of this could easily be at $150 plus. You get all of that $90 flat, taxes and fees included. Amazing value. Downside, or maybe not downside, but caveat, you need to bring your own device. So you're not going to be eligible for AT&T's best device deals and promos. So if we just go to the, Galaxy deals or whatever, like $0 Galaxy S26 Ultra with trade-in, you're not going to be able to get that. Same with the S26, all that jazz. You're not going to be eligible. But you will save so much money on the net cost of the plan and service that is 100% worth it. Really, really good value here. If you need more than one line, you can do the Duo, $120. This basically adds 2 voice lines and ups your connected devices to 8 total, which is insane. Family, this allows you to have up to 10 phones, which is wild. That's $22. If you max this out, that'd be $22.50 a month per line just for the voice lines. The fact you get fiber internet included is insane. And you can have 10 additional, up to 20 total devices, which is nuts. Like you can have 10 voice lines, 10 tablet lines, or 5 voice lines, 5 watch lines, 10 tablet lines, all for $225. So good. So good. So those are my thoughts. Oh, yeah. Alternate reality. I would keep my multi-factor authentication number locked up as I had a porting boo-boo happen to me. And my phone number was in limbo for almost a month. Spectrum did eventually was able to recover my number. But what I'm going to say inconvenience, mild inconvenience. No, I'm kidding. That's probably horrible. That is worst case scenario. That is the nightmare, right? And I'm kind of in that scenario where my number is tied to so many things that it'd be a real pain to try and switch them all. And then, but I guess I could use a second number and port that around. But the thing is, like, I don't use that number for texting and calling my friends. So I miss out on like the voice calls, or do all of my texts go through, or is RCS supported? That kind of stuff. It's like it'd almost be worth it just to make sure I'm using the service. What is the port in experience like? What is the port out experience like? You know, having the full experience might be worth it. But maybe it is worth just doing a secondary number because it's a phone number. You know, it's not like that's pretty essential. It's like social security number, your phone number. They're very high in priority. And so a second number that is just for testing could be the move. Could be the move. I also need to cancel some lines too. So I'll think about it. I'll figure out what the move is. Considering how much is tied to my personal number, it might be worth just having a secondary number and testing it out. So we'll see. I wouldn't port my personal number to Google Voice. It's a great idea. I did this for a bit in high school. The problem is I use iMessage too much, and I love iMessage. So, and you can't use iMessage with Google Voice. You can only use the data by taking a new number. Yeah. I mean, I have a bunch of numbers for porting in, but that's what I would say. Demetrius, hi, good morning from Russia. Good morning. Love your videos about cell phone plans, plan explanation in the US. I used to work at one of the biggest Russian MNOs named Megafon. I wouldn't do so without your vids. That's awesome. Absolutely love it. Hopefully you're having a great day, Dimitri. Great to hear from you. And hopefully you have, I assume it's Tuesday now over there, but hopefully you're having an awesome Tuesday. Any news on US Mobile? US Mobile does have big news coming soon. That's all I am allowed to say. In terms of that, the other news that we can talk about is they do have their promos going on right now. $24.90 a month for unlimited premium, $16.60 a month for unlimited starter, growing like crazy. Yeah, they have some of the best promos right now. It's insane. Oh yeah. Goji Man 85. What do you think about Visible's April promotion on their highest tier plan? I'm on US Mobile and thinking of jumping on it. Dude, I'm thinking about jumping on it too. Not gonna lie. So I'm on US Mobile unlimited starter monthly, $25 a month. I am grandfathered into priority data at that price point though, which is really nice. But yeah, like $25, great plan, great value. Love US Mobile. And then you look at Visible, $225. That's a full year of service. You're at 225 divided by 12, $18.75 a month for service. That's hard to compete with. Like, that is so good. And the plan is way better. Like, you compare the plans on best phone plans, right? Visible Plus Pro. What have I filter on for? Oh, the carrier. Well, yeah. Unlimited priority. So way more data usage, way better hotspot, unlimited 15 megabits per second, better video streaming quality. I could use my smartwatch line. That's pretty cool. Superb international features. Like, that's nice. You get 24 free international days per month. That is a nice plan. And for your first year, you'd be saving 25 minus 18, 75, $6.25 a month times 12 months, $75. Save $75. Then you'll be considered a new customer for US Mobile, and you can probably save even more money. Also, shout out Trevor, you're absolutely right. I want to know the last time US Mobile didn't have a promo. I swear it was probably like January 2025. Like, I feel like the promo started somewhere early 2025 and just never stopped. They just kept going. Insane. Thanks, man. You're most welcome. What does the grandfather on US Mobile offer? I am not 100% sure what this question means, but you can often check what your US Mobile plan includes on the app dashboard. So I would definitely check that out. I have no comments. But something is happening. I've been told it's this week. It will be cool. That's all I'll say. Yeah, cool username USA. So here's the thing. If you get a new Google Voice number from Google Voice, it may not be eligible for the two-factor authentication codes. Why is that? It's because some services recognize the number as a voice over IP number and for some reason refuse to send authentication codes to that number. I was lucky enough to have a actual phone number like you that I got from a different carrier. I then ported that over to Google Voice, and it's been working perfectly for two-factor authentication codes. So that is definitely an option. For two-factor, though, you want the number to be on an actual SIM card on your iPhone, because then when you're on Safari, you'll get the code on your Mac. You can just autofill with a click, and it is dreamy. It is so nice. So if I were to do that, I would get another number for two-factor, have that activated in dual SIM on my iPhone, and then just like port between all the other carriers. So we'll see. Is AT&T still the best for Canada roaming? It is quite excellent for Canada roaming, so I definitely recommend it. Oh, geez. There was a while where Activision didn't accept my Cricket number, so I couldn't join the COD beta. LOL. Jeez, that's crazy. Do you still have Trump Mobile? Yeah, I do. As a matter of fact, it is. They forgot to bill me for it, so I haven't paid for it, which has been cool, very chill. And it's active. It's on the phone I activated on, which I think was my iPhone 16 Pro. And it will only be active on my iPhone 16 Pro because I don't know how to change it, and I don't want to reach out to customer service again. I do need to make a follow-up video on that, so I'll have to get on that. What's your actual daily? It's this guy right here, iPhone 17 Pro, just the regular size, the baby size, not the Pro Max. This is the correct size, in my opinion. And my personal number, like we discussed, is on US Mobile's $25 unlimited starter plan. I only use like 6 to 10 gigs a month, though, so I am technically overpaying. Could potentially save more money. And Visible's plan is tempting, so maybe I'll switch. Maybe I will switch. Save the $75. Yeah. Did you make a review on Trump Mobile? Yeah, I did. I reviewed Trump Mobile, so you don't have to. If you Google it, it's probably the first one to show up. Thanks for your info. However, Verizon claims they have coverage where I'm going, but they're lying. That happens. Sometimes coverage maps are a little bit more optimistic. It's so wild. I would have expected Magenta Max or something. No, even though the irony is I am paying for family plans on AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon right now, but I keep my personal number on US Mobile, even though I'm also paying for like the top tier plans from all the other carriers. So, yeah. Seeing if any more questions come in. I'm on US Mobile Warp, so I'm on the Verizon network. Really like Verizon in my area. And I think I've talked about this before, but Verizon just has better coverage on certain ski mountains, and so that makes it a really great option for me. Max, great question. Or Maxwell. Hey, Stetson, how does Coverage Map calculate the reliability score? Fantastic question. So if you go to coveragemap.com and you search for a location, let's say you want to go to Frisco, Colorado. Great. Frisco. Ooh, I guess Dillon. Wait. Frisco is definitely a city. Texas, Dillon. Maybe it's part of Dillon. That's probably what it is. You can see we have the download, upload, reliability, and coverage for all the carriers. So how do we calculate the reliability score? Man, do we actually have a pop-up for this anymore? Reliability. That's great. We'll have to see. All right, hang on. Dylan. Reliability score. Here we go. This is it. What is the reliability score? So how dependable mobile performance is in Dylan. So it uses a 0 to 10 scale. Higher is better. And it's calculated from real-world speed test percentiles with weighted components. Download is weighted at 50%, latency 30%, and upload 20%. It evaluates the lower-end experience using the bottom 10, 5, and 1% percentiles when enough samples are available. If local speed testing is limited, coverage-based fallback is used from a signal quality distribution, great, good, poor. So it's basically weighing the bottom 10%, 5%, and 1% speeds and weighing the download latency and upload performance to calculate reliability. And the whole objective of the reliability score is like, okay, you're in an area that says you have service. How likely are you actually going to have service? So higher reliability means most people, most of the time, are getting a usable connection, and that's what you want. What network is Trump Mobile on? It is using the T-Mobile network for coverage, although they did just add AT&T as an option for dealers, I believe. I have cell signal issues at home. Verizon sent me a signal booster and still not working. If I go to US Mobile on the Warp plan, will I still be able to use the signal booster? It sounds like the signal booster is not working. So my guess is it probably won't work on US Mobile either. My best guess is it probably won't work on US Mobile at all. One interesting thing is if you have home internet, you could actually deploy a Helium Wi-Fi hotspot, and that will give you cell coverage on Helium. So that is kind of a niche use case for Helium Mobile right there. Let's get him to talk about US Mobile more and see if we'll say what the news is. I cannot. What's your opinion on the $35 Cricket Unlimited plan? I would go with US Mobile instead, right? So, but it's just like the best value on AT&T right now. One of the best. Red Pocket's also really good. So Cricket, so excited for the new site. So Cricket, select Unlimited. Man, all right, we'll add to compare. And then US Mobile Unlimited starter. And we want Darkstar. Perfect. Add to compare. Where's my... Oh, I'm probably zoomed in. There we are. Compare plans now. New site is coming soon, you guys. Coming soon. Yo, Big Tank. My Oppo Find N6 Global is on the way. Let's go. Let's go. That is awesome. Stetson, do you know if Apple Watch plans support LTE IRA with Verizon postpaid? Candidly, I do not know. Thoughts on getting a 15 Pro Max in 2026? Doug, I think it's a phenomenal phone. My dad actually just upgraded to an iPhone 15 Pro in 2026. He loves it. And I think the oldest iPhone I personally would use today would be an iPhone 13 Pro. But the 15 Pro is even better because it is the oldest iPhone that will support Apple Intelligence whenever that launches in any capacity. It's got the action button. It's got an OLED display. It's got the dynamic island. Most importantly, it's got USB Type-C, which is super nice. All right. Here are the two plans. Sorry, on 1 second. US Mobile Unlimited Starter Darkstar versus Cricket Select Unlimited. So Cricket, $35 a month, unlimited high-speed data. Oh, I need to fix that. It's deprioritized. Hotspot is an add-on, 480p video streaming. Like you get the same, you actually get better features on US Mobile. So it's $10 cheaper at $25 a month. Same unlimited high-speed deprioritized data. Instead of no hotspot data, you're now getting 20 gigs of hotspot. Instead of 40p, you're now getting 4K video streaming. Watch is not supported, but you can do a tablet line starting at $10 instead of $35. You're also getting international texting included versus a $15 add-on. And the add-ons are cheaper for international calling, $3 versus $15. And then US Mobile actually does support roaming in Canada and Mexico on this plan versus Cricket not supporting it at all. So yeah, US Mobile is a better plan at a better price. That's my hot take. Ha. Matt Gear 99. I'm still rocking my 15 Pro on Visible. Best iPhone ever. Yeah, it is incredible. The titanium build on that was super, super nice. Yeah, it is so good. Watching the discussion of my 15 Pro for my SE2. Oof. Hey, hold up. We'll give them a plug. Channel sponsor back market coming in. Let's just find out here. iPhone 15 Pro. Refurbished, unlocked, $465. Okay. Let's say you want to get excellent quality for $500. Perfect. And now let's see, we can do a trade-in. And let's do that iPhone SE2. Oh gosh. Is that the 2020 model? It might not be that much for trade-in, depending on the actual SE2, because the first one came out, I think it was, I remember it was like in high school, right? Yeah, it was the iPhone 6S and an iPhone 5S body. And then the second one was like an iPhone 8 or something like that. Man, so that must have been the 2020 model. It might not be a whole lot. But that said, $500, such a great value. Such a great value. Gotta go, Stetson. See ya. Prameya Krishna Kumar, thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for your questions. Do you still review devices? I personally don't really feel like I review devices, so I don't. Tristan, doesn't sound like a hot take at all. Thank you. You're most welcome. Hey, you got to do what you got to do. I'm relatively poor man with my Poco X6 Pro. It's all good. Hey, sometimes you just need a phone. Titanium and USB-C, what's not to love? It was so good. There was a little bit of thermal performance issues, I think, on the 15 Pro. But outside of that, you get the action button. You get everything you need. It's so good. It's so good. Stetson, have you personally experienced the difference between using a plan with unprioritized data versus premium data? My personal number was on Mint Mobile for many years back in college, and that was deprioritized. I personally didn't notice a difference. I was deprioritized for a bit, I think. I'm just trying to go through all the plans. I was mostly on deprioritized plans because I was on Cricket's plan. That was deprioritized for a bit. Then I was on Mint. That was deprioritized. I was on, man, I have to remember where my phone number has been. It's been on so many carriers and all over the place. I was on Mobile X. That was deprioritized. I personally just don't think it matters that much. But that's my hot take. I have thermal issues on my 16 Pro Max, so iPhone 15 Pro Max users don't own this. Yeah. Thermal was a big deal. iPhone 17 series really, I think, solved thermal, funny enough, by going back to aluminum. So dumb of Apple. But yeah, the 17 rocks. I love it. It's so good. I do wish I had the silver one. Yeah, SE 2022 had 5G capabilities. Horrible, though. Didn't have NRCA and the 2x2 MIMO. Yeah. Makes a difference. Makes a difference. That A17 Pro gets toasty sometimes. It does. It does. It does get toasty. All right. I think I'm going to wrap the stream up now. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in. Over 2 hours of talking cell phone plans and phones with you, which is awesome. No sponsor for this stream, so I guess I'll plug my own stuff. Go check out coveragemap.com. Figure out what cell carrier has the best coverage in your area. Do a quick search. Download our free Coverage Map app in your area. Or excuse me, Coverage Map app for iPhone and Android. It's completely free, and you can check coverage in your area, run speed tests, all that good stuff. Check that out. It's linked in the video description. Check the video description for plans. Check out Visible's new deal. Should I switch to Visible? I should have got a poll going for this. Maybe next week, because the deal will still be going on. It's so good. It's so good. I'll think about it. And yeah, I think that's really it. Coverage Map is the GOAT. Matt Gear, I appreciate you. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. And I will see you next Monday for another live stream. Take care and have a great week. All right. Bye.